I'm a regular guy that lives in a normal house, drives an average car, lives in a working class neighborhood. I'm out here for extraordinary adventures. I've committed my life to work as hard as I can to travel the world and understand what is out there when many of us do not. I work, I budget, I travel, and I live. And I come home to do it all over again. I've swam off the Alaskan coast, ridden a camel in Morocco, toured Swedish canals, and biked down a volcano in Ecuador. And I'm out here adding more because someone's got to do it. This is One Way Travel. Some places are not the typical destination. Part of the thrill is going there during more authentic times of the year. I am not the person who likes the cold, and I am very clear about that. I tend to be about heading down the street from my house to the soft white sand of Florida's finest beaches with the blazing sun and a can of Corona in my hand. Everybody asked me what I was doing, going somewhere so cold, but off the beaten path is more of an appropriate statement if you ask me. It's beautiful here. One of the most majestic places I've been, with the coldest and most brutal weather I've endured during a vacation, but some of the warmest people. People here are proud of everything. Their lives are embraced with tremendous passion, whether it be their beautiful architecture, language, food, religion, or what have you. You will be greeted with a smile and a sincere and proud welcome. This place is unlike anything else. It's Canada, but not really. You occasionally see the Canadian flag here, but it's clear that this is a different kind of Canada.
I think my mustache is frozen.
With a different flag that you might not normally see. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, Old Town forces you to remind yourself of where you're at. It's easy to believe you're a world away. As I said, this is a different kind of Canada. It's far more French than Montreal, and the people will make it very clear of their pride. First off, it's cold here. I mean piercingly cold. You can't escape from it. The province has tried more than once to break away from its country. Once in 1980, and the other in 1995, which yielded a 93% voter turnout, with the vote to remain in Canada winning by about 1%. To this day, Quebec still remains very divided on this issue.
It wouldn't be so bad out here if I didn't have the constant urge to take pictures. I keep taking my gloves on and off. The view up here is gorgeous, honestly. I'm starting to kind of forget about the cold, actually. It's just so breathtaking and unique. So being that I drove up here from Florida, I obviously don't have a scraper. So just kind of had to dig around in here, and luckily I found this kayak paddle, and got something to scrape the ice off. Just coated on anything, but it works. One thing I don't miss about living in the north. scraping off my car. Well, since it's a nice day out,
Une seconde. Si le traîneau s'arrête devant vous, que vous regardez derrière, vous dites hey, c'est fun.
you're
hein?
like the big boss around here, right?
I'm the owner.
Oh, you're the owner? So when did you open up this kennel?
I bought it 6 years ago with my
Okay.
wife.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it was already here.
It was already here since 15 years.
What made you decide to buy a kennel? Were you into dog sledding when you were younger?
I had. We were working very, very hard on both on our side.
Yeah.
And at that time, we wished to have 4 kids. We knew that it wasn't possible. That kind of life,
Right.
with those big, and we have our 4 kids now, Mayna, yeah. Much sure, but I think that the fact that we built the Canada kind of in 1608, so we were the first city
Yeah.
in Canada, Lower Canada, before Lower Canada. So it's part of the culture since
Right.
the first day
Right.
of Canada
So-
in Quebec.
Quebec was the first one to really introduce it, make it a thing then compared to
Yeah,
the rest of Canada.
exactly. Yeah.
And what kind of things make Quebec different besides the obvious, the language and things like that? Because I know there were independence referendums a couple times too.
But the language, it's something, but we are European
Yeah.
first.
What kind of
So
what kind of things make you guys European?
the way that we live, we build our own culture. We are a European, but we are a mix of Quebec, Europe, Americans,
It's a hybrid.
French, and English. So that's what we are.
Is Quebec really then Canada in your eyes?
I'm living in Quebec.
Yeah. So you're Quebecois. You consider yourself Quebecois first.
Yeah, I'm proud of Canada, but I'm Quebecois.
Right.
Yeah.
And most people here seem to have that sentiment too.
Deep in their mind, that's what they think.
So were you for independence back, what was it, 23 years ago during that vote?
I was 20 years old, but I was.
You were?
Yeah, I
Why
was.
was it?
We are so different. So
Right.
why could we not be on our home?
Yeah, exactly.
And we can.
Are you concerned about them watering down the French language here and then that's going
Yeah.
away?
Yeah.
Have you noticed that since you voted in
Yeah, but
1995?
on the island of Montreal, they passed the line of 50%. 50% of people are speaking English.
Yeah, in Quebec.
So I don't like that.
Right.
I like
exactly.
the English
Right,
language. I like English people,
right.
but
You shouldn't have to change to adapt.
no. We have our own culture. We are economically able to be on our own.
Right.
We have the resources. It's important for us the quality of
Right.
our,
It's a
of
very
our life.
French trait to have. It
I
seems
think
like.
it's very, very French.
Yeah,
Yeah, the quality of living. Yeah.
exactly. You embrace everything around you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's more of a Quebecois trait then.
Yeah, I think.
I noticed too, it seems like it's not like you really say, if you're really being proper, if you don't say French Canadian, you say Quebecois.
Cool. Yeah.
Right.
I am Quebecois.
Right.
I stay on a budget to be able to live the life I do. The hotel I stayed at was about $50 a night. It wasn't fancy, but it got the job done. There are many hotels in this price range around town. I always, however, make a point to have an upscale meal before I head back home.
Bonsoir.
This is a great town for it, because I love cheese. There isn't much in life that pleases me more than baked brie and knowing I'm not going to work in the morning.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
future of Quebecois identity will continue to remain solid, and it isn't something they allow to be tampered with. There is no place on earth like this. Nowhere else will you find such a beautiful melange of Canada and North America, along with France and Europe. If you get the chance, see it. The people will be proud to show you what's in store.